Uzi Vert, Tasmanian Show.
Tasmanian Show.
Tasmanian Show.
Tasmanian Show.
Tasmanian Show.
Tasmanian Show.
Tasmanian Show. You already know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing. And if you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuned into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. And today, we're talking about Pooh Shiesty. Now, it's a little bit different. Pooh Shiesty's case has been, he's basically got out of jail, did his whole thing first day out, ended up robbing Gucci Mane. I thought this shit was a movie, but they got evidence and everything. But today, we're talking about the fact that Pooh Shiesty and his family, Big 30, his dad, all had an opportunity to actually correct the situation. Now, what they're saying is that there was, when he stole everything from Gucci Mane, they gave him a deadline to give it back, and he didn't, right? So now that kind of makes the situation a little bit crazy, because it's almost like if you get caught lying, they like, if you tell me the truth, maybe we could fix this, but he didn't fix it. So before we go any further, for those of y'all that didn't know this, we're gonna play the clip of when Pooh Shiesty was actually robbing Gucci Mane on camera. So we're gonna check this out now.
Good shit. You dropping this done deal.
Bro, let them know
It's a done deal.
Why is it done deal?
Let them know you dropping me,
I
bro.
drop you.
No, say it.
Who should I say drop from 1017?
Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped, you drop.
Sign the paper and everything.
I ain't gonna hold you. Just seeing that, it's like when you hear about it and then you finally get the receipts, it's like, damn, he really did that. But just to take you guys back a little bit further, the real issue was Pooh Shiesty's masters. So when he got locked up, I think Pooh Shiesty was locked up. He got signed by Gucci Mane, and then he got locked up like a year after being signed, 4 years or whatever. So his dad was trying to handle his business the whole time. His dad kept trying to get the masters from Gucci Mane. You hear somebody say masters, masters, but what's the point of masters if you don't know what to do with it? If you don't know how to get a sync deal, a licensing deal, or anything like that. So you got your pops, right? You got your son, and you got your pops that's trying to figure out how to go and get the bread. Understand that it's a loan. Gucci Mane put his bread up, and people always want to recoup, but it's like he invested his money into you. So it's like you understanding that you're trying to go and get these masters, because it's like, my thing is this. You held him at gunpoint and said, give me the masters. Now what you going to do? Now what you going to do? You just walk around with the masters? Do you have anything lined up? Are you about to go do a deal with anybody else? Are you about to figure out how to make sure, like Mariah Carey, every weird Christmas carols? Like what's really going on? Niggas just be saying shit, but it's just like you be so worried about masters, you're not even knowing how to master yourself. But before we go any further, let's take it back to when everything was great. You know what I'm saying? When Pooh Shiesty first got the call from Gucci Mane, because it sucked, because you see how it started versus how it's going. So we're gonna get into this clip of when Pooh Shiesty first found out that he was getting signed to Gucci Mane, and he called his pops.
To you, how did you feel when he reached out to you? Was you fucked up? Did you believe it, or you thought it was a fake account?
Yeah, I ain't believe it at all. Look at my phone. I said, hell no. I wake up, I get all the way up. Look at my phone again. He text me again. He was like, what's up? I text back right there. I was like, what's chopping? He was like, man, I'm rocking with your music, home. You too hard. I instantly put my clothes on, leave. I go to the house. I wake Pops up. You know, this my manager. Right. Hell no, this ain't real.
Right.
I wake him up. I show him. He couldn't believe he done there sweating. He get to sweat. So look, he sent me his number. He said, FaceTime me. I FaceTime him from there. We talked about like 5 hours. And it was up from there. And now I'm fucking twin sister mama cousin.
I ain't gonna hold you, yo. Like seeing that clip, like seeing his excitement, you getting this phone call from Gucci Mane, like your dreams coming true, and then just seeing how this shit ended up being that you ended up robbing Gucci Mane. It's just fucking wild, but just the excitement and the opportunity. But you can hear in that clip, he's like, yo, as soon as it happened, I called my dad. Like, yo, like, it's really dope that Pooh Shiesty even has his dad in his life, first and foremost. There's not a lot of black men that have the opportunity to go and to consult their father. And there's a lot of people just saying that his dad, like, what type of advice that he's got going. You know, let's say the dad was just trying to do a hostile takeover. You negotiating with Gucci Mane trying to get masters, and you don't know what's going on. And I'm not saying that his dad, it's almost like the Big Meech and the 50 Cent situation in a Little Meech. Your dad comes home and then you got the situation with the issue. Of course, you're going to ride with your pops. what I'm saying? You can ride with your pops even if he doesn't understand right, wrong, or indifferent. But we're going to get into another clip because that was before then. We're going to jump into another clip of when Pooh Shiesty was talking about what jail life was actually like for him and him not being able to get food and different things and the decisions that he's making. So before we get into more about what was it that he could have done to not actually go to jail, let's actually like see what his jail experience was actually like, and then we'll get into the next clip.
Locked down so much that, you know, I'm really skipping through for real. Stuck in the cell down there. Bro, we'd have been stuck in the cell down there on the yard, not in lockup, none of that, on the yard, 5 months straight. No commissary, no kitchen.
Y'all can't go nowhere.
Man, no commissary, no
you was
kitchen.
going crazy in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I went crazy.
How long you went
I
crazy?
got down bologna sandwich and shit like that.
You just went crazy. You was like, man, this shit ain't.
Yeah, man, cause that shit hard. No commissary, no kitchen. You can throw me in the cell with my tablet, that music. Man, $1,000 worth of commissary, I'm straight. I'm gonna be around eating, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm working on my crowd writing and damn, y'all ain't gonna feed us. We can't come out this motherfucker. We can't shower. I can't talk to my people. 5 months. The bitch that got pregnant and had the baby by then. You know what I'm saying? Just on some real shit.
She moved on.
Yo, he's funny. He said the bitch that got pregnant, had the baby, and moved on. He's funny. But the reason why I gave the context and just like that with the clips is to show him before he went to jail, you know what I'm saying, and showing him after he went to jail. The experience is completely different. Now, what we're here to talk about today is that Seti Nash, shout out to Seti Nash, was basically saying that Pooh Shiesty had the opportunity to give the stuff back that he stole, and he didn't. And for whatever reason, it's just like, okay, some people are like they're having some sympathy, but whatever's going on behind closed doors, whatever he knows that he had the opportunity to fix it, and it was just like, nah, we're not fixing that shit. We're not giving him his chains back because you feel entitled. So let's understand this now. You feel owed to some masters, but this guy gave you a loan. Like, what I don't like about the hip hop industry is just the synonym for masters, like in thinking about slave mentality and thinking about whips and chains and all types of shit. It's just like, yo, when you really hear this shit, even when you're going to get an apartment complex, going to get a bedroom, they say don't call it the master bedroom because that's some slave shit. You want to say the main bedroom. Master to who? It's just even that the terminology, like my masters, I'm not going to hold you. Like, we might need to, in the same way that they changed the Redskins to the Commanders or whatever, might need to switch that mentality because the psychology behind it, whether it's like the Boosie episode, you know, talking about pardons and different things, like people just really not being educated. But again, we're going to get into this clip now of Seti Nash just basically breaking down how he knew that Pooh Shiesty had an opportunity. So it's almost like people are like, yo, we gonna feel bad for this nigga when you could have gave it back, but it's just like they took it anyway. I don't know, it just makes the situation a lot crazier. So we're gonna get into this clip of Seti Nash talking to Big Bank about Pooh Shiesty having an opportunity to actually save himself before it got crazy.
Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane got into an altercation as far as a little back and forth. Pooh Shiesty wasn't hearing shit that Gucci Mane had to say. Gucci Mane want Pooh Shiesty on the team, but hell nah. So what ends up happening is Space in the Place. Can't give you too much specific details because if I do, then y'all know that's all bad. But as soon as Pooh Shiesty got up out of there, left, got in his car, pulled off.
I ain't gonna hold you. It remind me of The Wire. It remind me of every crime TV show where they'll pay an informant, pay a crackhead. Somebody gonna talk. He said, you don't think somebody want a can of cream corn? The streets is talking, and where you don't think that with all these ring cameras and all types of shit going on, the information is gonna get to the right people. You know what I'm saying? You can see the Vlad platforms, the setting that, whatever the case, just whatever it is. But for him to even say that makes it so crazy because it's like, damn. Like, you could have given it back. I'm pretty sure word gets out, give me my shit back. And he didn't want to give it back. You know, I think that this makes this clip now, when you see this clip, after hearing Seti Nash talk, it kind of just is like you can just look at Pooh Shiesty and what he's saying. The clip when he got out of jail, he was on $1 Million Worth of the Game podcast, and he was talking about how Gucci Mane came back home and his mom was right. Because let's be clear, when Gucci Mane came out of jail, he rebranded. They thought that he wasn't even the same person. They thought he got cloned. He lost weight. He did all these different things. So it's like Gucci Mane went to jail, came back a whole different nigga. Pooh Shiesty, I don't know what's going on. But let's listen to this clip of Pooh Shiesty talking about the advice that Gucci Mane gave him while he was in jail, and let's just take a look.
You know, I took notes from there, like how he switched it up, how he toned up, you know, got fit, got his mind healthy. Like, took notes in that every way, so that motivated me to move how I'm moving like toward today too. So like he showed that it can be done. Like all you gotta do is want it. You gotta sober up. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of the similar traits because I realized that he woke up when he was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he really woke up and he wasn't just in there playing or, you know, not taking it serious. Another thing he told me too was like, Shiesty, you 20 years old going to go see what I saw at 35 years old. You know, you got a head start as long as you got this out the way first, you know. Fortunately, it had to happen, but it happened, bro. It is what it is. So you got to get this out the way early. You know what I'm saying? It could have been too late for me if I wouldn't ever came out and played it right. So take advantage of that too, you know what I'm saying? So that stuck with me.
Gonna hold you. When I see that clip and I hear what he's saying, I don't know where the disconnect is and what it may feel like, right? Let's say your father wasn't the person that could give you the best advice. This is no shade to Pooh Shiesty's father, but it's a similar pattern that I see. When Lil Meech was running with 50 Cent and they were doing BMF, and then when Big Meech came home, everything switched. Loyalty breeds royalty. Of course you're gonna go with your pops. But if your pops and what you think about your pops isn't that, and I'm not saying that you should go 50 over BMF, but I'm just saying whatever's going on right there. You have Pooh Shiesty fresh out of jail saying that Gucci Mane had all these different things going on. But if your pops is in your ear, let's say that this is Pooh Shiesty's situation. He has his father, and then another man is showing him how to get bread. Now your dad is telling you how to play Gucci Mane. And then, well, let's say that he doesn't have the business acumen and you're over here doing goofy shit when if he really would have came home and got in the gym, imagine Pooh Shiesty coming home doing what Gucci Mane did. That would have been a completely different situation. But it's also, too, where he might be like, I'm going to do what my daddy says, like father, like son. Now, if your dad is the mob boss and all these other different things, you might just be following along, but he might not be leading you in the right place. I'm not blaming his dad for that, but there's a disconnect, and I wonder with Pooh Shiesty, is he ever in a situation like, do I listen to my pops or do I listen to Gucci? Just like the BMF and the Lil Meech, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. But before we get up out of here, I'm going to play this last clip of Seti Nash basically talking about the situation that he had an opportunity to tell or give this stuff back, and he didn't.
For you, that's who broke it.
What you said?
I put it out there on the net. The only thing I tried to do was keep Pooh Shiesty out of that shit so the nigga could have did the right shit. See, there was a timeline on shit to send shit back. There was a big deadline waiting on shit, and niggas decided to say, fuck that.
What you mean?
Them niggas had a deadline to get that shit back. The niggas who took that shit, they had a deadline to give it back. They decided to say, we not doing that. Fuck that. And fuck him and fuck you. If it's fuck me and I ain't real no static with you and I know it's coming, I gotta walk the fuck away from you. See, my original video kept Pooh Shiesty out of it. I got called all type of liars, all type of whatever the fuck. Niggas saying what they gonna do to me, everything except say I'm a nice guy. So they was on some bullshit. I just sat back, let it watch, let it trickle, let it go down. When a nigga got hit on the first, and his daddy and shit, and they were like, yeah, the police outside said Pooh Shiesty is in jail right now. He been there since the first. This 3 days later. Everybody
But that's scary. How the fuck you be knowing all that? You did say that though.
Because I am in the streets. What you mean? You think these niggas for some money won't run their fucking mouth? If I know a nigga doing better than bad and eating canned corn at least 3 times out of the goddamn week, you think he ain't gonna want to talk to Nash about a little yank? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nigga right next to you. Nigga.
I'm saying.
You saying the word out that you want the information, so everybody damn near call you, damn near can't even get the call.
Everybody know who the hell they hit. And it is what it is. See, it be some stories where I hate to tell the truth.
So you saying them niggas had a chance to get back before it all went wrong?
Thugging him, yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Who I'm talking about?
You talking about Lil Jeff, right?
No.
Oh, you talking about?
Shiesty now.
100%. 1,000,000%. I can't say this shit on camera, so that's why I'm just...
Oh yeah, but nigga had a chance, like, man, just give my shit back. Who buck? Yeah, we can't say that shit on camera right now. I'm thinking, All right, man. Make sure y'all.
Yeah, as you can see, Seti Nash basically saying that he had an opportunity, but he didn't want to do it. He probably wanted to stand on business, and sometimes that's the issue. It could have just been like, hey, yo, my fault, my bad. Let me give it back. He didn't want to do that. I don't know. This makes the Pooh Shiesty situation, I feel for him, right? Because it's like at the end of the day, you got to take accountability. You're your own man. You got to make your own decisions and stand on that. But it seems like he might be in a real weird rift between his father, the mob boss, and then Gucci Mane. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, especially because of what Boosie is saying about him snitching in contracts. Is this some street shit or is this some contract shit? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuned into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. Let's grow.
Tikoon running up the score, Tazzy's Baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter fucker like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tikoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon. Damn, all your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.